Today I want to talk about the best scene in Hereditary. If you've seen it, then you know this movie has a lot of good scenes, or at least very particular ones, like the uncomfortable dinner, possessed Peter hitting his head on the desk, the lighter fluid one, or this very creepy thing, or even the interesting cuts. But my personal favorite is the car scene and the prolonged aftermath, because it's a perfectly grounded, non-supernatural bit of drama. It's realistic horror, the kind that can happen to any of us. So let me show you why it's so good by taking a look at the movie clip and the script, written and directed by Ari Aster. I feel this is perfect for people that are learning how to build tension on the screen and on the page. The screenplay can be downloaded following the link in the description. So let me show you why I feel the car scene is the best scene in Hereditary. The first reason is because of the way this scene builds tension. We start off in the script. Peter speeds down the empty highway. In the back seat, Charlie gasps and gurgles for breath. She kicks at the door and grasps at her throat. Tears of pain stream down her face. Peter accelerates, speeding from 60 miles per hour to 65. The screenwriter uses a simple but effective tool to create urgency in the description by capitalizing select words to accentuate the panic being felt in the car. Scripts are closer to a poem than they are to a novel. Everything you see on the page has a reason. Even something like white space is important and can be used to build momentum. Just like in music, the silences are as important as the notes you play. Here we see how white space is used between the actions of Charlie and Peter, as we switch from one character to the other and start creating a rhythm. Charlie frantically rolls down her window, desperate for air. Peter continues accelerating, 70 miles per hour. Charlie forces her head through the back passenger window. She gasps for breath, but her throat is swollen shut. She can't even scream. Peter continues accelerating, 75 miles per hour. Charlie sticks her squealing head even farther out the window. Peter continues accelerating, 80, 85. The odometer rises in parallel to the dire situation. We know something is going to happen and fast. Peter continues accelerating, 80, 85. But then, this last part helps create even more suspense, because it drives the reader's attention to the next bit of description, like a mini cliffhanger between the lines. We're left in the uncertainty of the white space for just a second, until a grisly deer carcass smeared across the road appears in the car's headlights. Peter swerves out of the way. Charlie's head flailing out the window collides face first with a telephone pole. The impact is so great that Charlie's head is ripped off his shoulders. The decapitated head sails silently in the car's wake. Peter stomps on the brakes, the car squeals to an ear-splitting halt. The frozen car chugs quietly, suspended in time. The momentum escalates to its culmination, and just like the last line said, we're going to stay in this moment for a while. The second thing this scene does is it decides to maintain suspense by withholding a release. We stay close on Peter's face, struggling to grasp the situation, his eyes hardly blinking. We listen to the soft rumble of the car and his scattered breathing. The camera does not push or pull away. Just like him, we're stuck in this moment. No words are said. We stay in silence. The script emphasizes this by using words like Peter sits motionless, paralyzed. His eyes are fixed on the road. His foot is jammed. Peter can't look. Our attention is forced on every minute detail of his reaction, and we sit there marinating in the unresolved tension, wondering what's going to happen next. What is he going to do? We only get to see his POV. His sight unlocks from the road and hovers slightly on the rear view mirror for a second, but stops himself as soon as he sees a reflection. Peter limits our view, and we are not allowed to have a release. It's a realistic portrayal of a person in a state of shock, confused, and incapable of accepting what just happened. If he does, then he must accept the guilt that comes along with it. Once he sees the body, that's when it all becomes real. A long moment of silence, and then, page break. Page breaks aren't seen on the screen, but they're felt on the page. The screenwriter draws our attention to the next page as we are put on hold until our eyes readjust to find the beginning of the next phrase. Peter chooses to lie to himself. He starts the car, and he goes home, prolonging the suspense and making it rise with every second the situation goes unaddressed. He pulls up in the driveway, gets out of the car, closes the door, goes inside the house, walks past his parents' bedroom, and we feel the atmosphere becoming heavier. With every action, his denial grows stronger. He lays in bed, robbed of sleep, waiting for reality to strike him. We lay there questioning his actions and knowing this is only going to get worse. We hear his mother leaving. We know what's going to happen next. The front door is heard opening and shutting. We then hear Annie walking to the car door opening, Annie beginning to climb in, and then silence. Followed by, the writer builds anticipation by creating space between his words and preparing us for our release. A horrible scream, shrill and almost inhuman sounding, issues from outside. Peter's eyes widen. Page break. We can't see Annie's reaction, but we can definitely imagine it. And it's worse than anything they could have shown. Her screams ring through our ears and bridge the scene with what comes next. We see the head in broad daylight, in full splendor, no shadows, every morbid detail in full view, and it catches us off guard. We thought maybe we would see the body, surely the head is too far back. The writer makes sure you see it when you felt safe, giving you a release when you didn't expect it. And again, it's still not over. The scene is matched by the devastating effect it brings to the family. The release is extended, maintaining a crescendo until it becomes unbearable. We are captive to the family's grief. The camera lingers on Annie, screaming in pain while Steve tries to calm her down. Slowly, the camera pans right to reveal Peter standing in the darkness, changing the scene's meaning. Every word hitting Peter tenfold, knowing he's responsible for every emotion his mother is feeling. The tension is then slowly put to rest, along with Charlie's coffin. So that's why this scene is so well made. We're so used to a certain pattern from horror movies that when something comes along and plays with what we already expect, it surprises us. And we're left in suspense, wondering what's going to happen next. I really hope you were able to take away something from this. I'm also very interested in knowing what other people's favorite scenes are, so let me know down in the comments. If you like Hereditary, then take a look at our How to Make an Effective Horror Movie video. Hereditary is heavily featured there. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't done that. We're a small growing channel and we would really appreciate it.